Yeah, I didn't do the go live. It's like,
All right, hang on.
oh my god,
So
I
we're
hate YouTube
starting
with a
we're starting
vengeance.
from fucking scratch one, like square one, right?
Yeah, we're starting from square one. We're not gonna re-roll the intro. It's YouTube needs to fix their shit. I'm
All right,
sorry.
so we
YouTube
are.
is a piece of junk. I think I seriously think we should possibly make a Twitch channel and move it over there, to be honest with you.
I
It's
am
a hell
all
of a lot
for it,
easier.
buddy.
It's a hell of a lot easier. Oh my god. We're sitting here
Hey.
carrying on, talking about snowstorms that he's currently going through, and I'm going to go through tomorrow.
All right. So welcome everyone to the Aftermath podcast here. We're having a bit of issues with YouTube actually getting shit right, which is not above the normal. We're going to be covering the Memphis Chillin and Cigar Smokin' Two Drunks. I am Timmy. I got Decoy here with me, our mastermind in technology.
I
Um
doubt
yeah.
that.
So we just spent the first 20 seconds talking about the snowstorms and the reason why we didn't go live yesterday. We were supposed to have Lip and supposed to have Hunter as well as BB on it too, and our schedules did not line up. Apparently some
Yeah.
people have to go to bed at night. I got the fucking kindergarten sleep schedules here. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, so it's good to
Hey,
have you guys
don't feel
back.
bad. It took me like, an extra 2 hours to get through every store yesterday because people panicking, buying toilet paper and thousands of gallons of water and milk.
Still, toilet paper is gold.
Hey, I don't know what's more expensive, eggs or toilet paper.
Yes, both. They're both about the same right now.
Yeah.
Um, I actually go through and we get our yearly, we do like the big rolls, like the big packages of them, and
Hmm.
just buy like once a year. So we don't have to get affected by all that bullshit. And even if like we get to a point where we need to buy some, it's not, we can wait them out because it usually only lasts like 2 to 3 weeks
Oh
for
yeah.
people to stop freaking the fuck out.
Yeah,
But
just as long as you don't buy the John Wayne toilet paper, you're good and you're golden.
yeah. So yeah, the two drunks had a really special guest, not only to them but to me as well. Somebody I hit it off with pretty well on our podcast, and I requested them back to do a two drunks episode. We had Lip involved. Hopefully, Lip's watching tonight or can comment on later. But and then we got fucking BB that just
Oh my
hopped in,
god.
breaking the whole thing down. What's up?
What's up?
How's it going? So I want
Where's
to
all
kind
my Where's all my templates and my and the song that I worked so very hard on?
of. So
Where
here's
the
the
hell's all
thing.
of this?
Yeah, okay,
Here,
hold on a sec. Are you talking about this background and this and this?
we're going rogue tonight, baby. This is my show. What the hell do you
Well, I
What
can't
want?
are
do the
what
bottom
are-
text
what are
because it
y'all
wasn't chained.
what are y'all doing?
We had some issues with YouTube and didn't want to start
Yeah,
off correctly.
y'all got some issues.
Yeah, I'll show you an
Not
issue
hey,
real quick, but
not
we're gonna
hey.
be
Actually, the person that has issues is you.
Haha,
yeah,
me.
I'll start
Yeah.
that off. I'll teeter on that one here. So what is up with you not knowing how to smoke a cigar? Using a torch lighter instead of the traditional match. So I'll follow that up real quick so it doesn't look like I'm just getting after you because I understand you don't smoke at anything.
Well,
You're not a smoker.
now hold on. So we went to a cigar store, okay, and so we told the guy, we picked out our cigars and stuff. We told the guy, well, we're gonna need a cutter. He was
Yeah.
like, oh well, I got this lighter that is a 2-in-1. And he was like, you either use a torch to light it or you use a match to light it. And so we got a combo set, 2-in-1 cutter and lighter.
So what the match is supposed to do, why you traditionally use a match, right? Is just like when you're starting a bonfire with just fucking sparking it up and whatnot, not using any accelerants or gas or anything like that, is you're supposed to torch it. Like you're supposed to run the lighter on or the match under it, get it nice and embery hot, then put the match out and then pull through it so you're not getting any fumes, any phosphate, any of the flame through it to burn the initial drag off of the cigar. So I get it. Like any other cigar store, tobacco shop, and whatnot, there's going to try to push the 2-in-1 lighter or the torch. But I've always had the best experience, best tasting experience off of a match, and that's not pulling those sulfur and all that chemicals and shit through it too. You're supposed to get it nice and red hot off the start. It's a slow process. A cigar is supposed to be slow. You're supposed to enjoy it. I just I don't know, man. Starting that episode off rough with a torch lighter. I don't get it.
Hey, we just went with what was recommended. What
Well,
was supposed to be the professionals, you know?
so who picked up the torch lighter and all in one? Was it you or Hunter?
We were together, but I purchased the cigar or the cigars, and I purchased the lighter.
At least we didn't use what BB wanted to use to light it. What
I
what
told,
did he want to use
I
there,
told Hunter,
Hunter?
I was like, he had this fucking. The guy showed us the torch and the torch lighter, and I told Hunter, I was like, let's just if we're gonna use a torch lighter, let's fucking do it right. Let's get the propane torch out. And go ahead
Oh
and just
shit!
light up with the fucking propane torch.
Yeah,
so
put all that
both
methane in.
so you both were there, but you didn't ask for lessons on how to light a cigar.
Nah,
Okay.
Philip, good to see you, buddy. Next time will be the matches, he says. I feel like he was on the end on that one. He's let y'all fucking plot with it.
he had now in Lib's defense, he did ask, "Do you not have any matches?" And
Yep.
we're like, "Yeah, no."
Yeah, it's see, and there's a difference between I learned it from an old cigar smoker. And I actually got yelled at because the first cigar I ever had, I used a regular Bic lighter. It's a huge no-no. We had Lit to coach us. That's good, man. He's pretty knowledgeable when it comes to that stuff there, Hunter. And I got an ass chewing for using a lighter. And he told me, absolutely not. You're trying to go too fast. You're going to torch out all the taste of the cigar. Here's a match. Here's how to do it properly. He threw my cigar away. He said, absolutely fucking not. You're done. We're going to start you on a new cigar. And he showed me the proper way to prep the cigar and get it to smoke. And we also did the dipping into the scotch, which scotch, I don't know what it is about scotch, but there's a whole difference between scotch and whiskey with cigar flavors. I will only smoke cigars with scotch if I'm smoking it with an alcoholic drink. It's just the caveat or the backing gives the flavor of the scotch is just beautiful. Yeah, there's nothing to it. Like there's nothing else. I think the whiskey might be a little just too sweet.
That whiskey paired really well.
Did it?
It's
It seemed a little hot.
We went with that Memphis-based cigar, and then we went with the Memphis-based whiskey as well. So
Okay.
Memphis doesn't make a Scotch.
Yeah, no, I didn't think you'd find a Memphis Scotch.
But the guy at the cigar store is like, hey, this Bill Street cigar is the perfect beginner cigar because that was another thing. We asked beginner cigars, just getting started. What do you recommend? And he had recommended the Bill Street cigar. So then Hunter and I were like, well, fuck, going Memphis. Let's fucking find some Memphis shit.
So, what was the issue not being able to find the Maker's Mark cigars?
Both cigar places that we went out said they fly off the shelf immediately when they come in.
Yeah, those are like a $30 cigar. They're pretty good.
But the guy said that, like the second guy that we went and talked to, he had said it's too hyped up. It's not actually all that great.
It's good if you're wanting to get on the mid range and not spend 40 to $50, but it's also better than a $10 honey fake Cuban, so to speak.
We spent about $12 a piece on those Memphis or on those Bill Street cigars.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't mind trying them.
that's a decent price. So
I
was
think you
it?
don't want to ever
we took
buy
y'all
under
we
a
took
$10
y'all's
one.
and we took y'all's advice on that. Steve's recommendation, sure, on don't go under that price point.
Yeah.
Don't go under $10.
Yeah. So was it a North Carolina long leaf tobacco, or is it Virginia or South Carolina? Where's the tobacco from?
I'll have to look it up.
Easy to do a little research. You should send me one, or I'll end up ordering one offline because I'm actually interested on trying it. If it paired well to whiskey, it'd be a good one. You know, with something I'd have. Even though I kind of switched over to vodka drinking now because I can't mix with soda. Getting a little fat over here, BB. Lip says, "Thank you again so much
Yeah.
for the cigar." Oh, I missed Jess's comment. Looking good, guys. Appreciate you
Oh,
looking
yeah.
looking out for us. Love to hear from you,
Thank you.
Jess.
So another thing is you were talking about the music of Memphis on the podcast. Of course, you had to hit on Elvis, but you forgot one record company that has always set the bar high. Actually, they are the second highest record companies when it comes to good music that everybody in the world knows. Right below Motown, Stax Record. Okay. Do you know that? Have you seen the movie
I,
The Blues
I, I, had,
Brothers?
I had a buddy that went to Stax for music school.
Okay. Booker T and the MGs, the Bar-Kays. Those were the house bands for Stax Record. So you got Green Onions, you got Soulfinger, the Blues Brothers band. Literally, all of the band members were part of either the Bar-Kays or Booker T and the MGs. So it's like, how can you miss that when you're talking about great Memphis sounds? Yeah,
He's not really from Memphis. He's from Mississippi.
same thing. He's only a
Same
mile
thing.
away.
Yeah, I mean we're
Yeah, no shit. You're right there.
yeah we're a mile away.
What you guys brought up South Haven? Was it South Haven or Whitehaven?
South Haven. We brought up Whitehaven too.
I think South Haven's where I was actually born. Well, and of course I grew up on 3rd Street in Memphis, so you know, a little bit of that episode touched kind of the whole niche in me. You know, it was home to me for a while. Why am I just getting a notification for that? Your YouTube shit's messed up, by the way.
Okay, so if you try to
We're gonna go
study
back
how
on
to get
that.
on, if you try to study on how to make it on YouTube, they're going to tell you to turn your computer off and go right on a tablet, stone tablet somewhere.
No.
Their algorithm is so jacked up and poisoned, it is not funny. And they say, "Oh, it's perfect. There's not a problem with it." It's like bullshit.
There's a problem with a lot of platforms, you know, especially YouTube now, because they'll change things and not even tell you about it. So then you get demonetized or whatnot. And some things that were good 2 days ago
Yeah.
are banned now. So
Yeah.
So
'cause, I
it's
mean,
just a Havana mix.
a
Havana?
Havana mix.
Yeah.
That's not bad. It's not good though. A lot of Havana mixes are in like the cheaper cigars too.
yeah.
And the cigar is made by Rocky Patel.
Who? You cut out on my end.
Rocky Patel.
Patel.
Rocky Patel. Well, I honestly, I don't think it was a bad pick for a cigar, especially for the
No.
episode too. That was a good representation. Are you drinking Diet Coke?
Sponsor of the day.
That's not the sponsor. You gotta hide that label. We're gonna get sued. Yeah, that's right. Turn that Sprite around. I mean, it's name dropping.
Hey,
It's okay. We're
You
still
can't.
not sponsored by Yeti, but I'm working on it. All right.
Well, we're not sponsored by Blue microphones either. That's all I see in BB screen. So big
Hey,
honking microphone sitting right there.
hey, I'm all about showing off that masterpiece.
Look at it. It's so shiny. It's stressful. It's stressing me out over here. Me and my headset with the microphone that doesn't work and it still comes through the laptop. I
Gotta
get
up,
audio through it.
gotta upgrade your equipment.
I agree, but in due time. In due time, my friend.
Yeah.
You know that episode, we veered quite a bit off of. We had veered quite a bit off of the agenda.
Yeah.
Uh, but we veered in a good direction all at the same time. You know, uh, we live here, so it was kind of hard to talk about here
Yeah.
because we live here.
So I have a question. What was going on with all the different video clips? Because it was just pure silence with the video clips running.
So we have to do that because of copyright. Uh, because of copyright. So normally what we do is we'll post the link to that playlist in sorry if y'all can hear Remy there.
Oh, he's
Uh
fine. He gets our views up.
Oh yeah.
but we do the playlist so that you can watch along. Like we ended up getting the copyright on the video for having the fuck, what was it that we got that strike for? It wasn't even a strike or whatever, but Hunter could probably remember.
So what's the logistics of like being able to put your face on top of that video too and doing more like a reaction style video? Because there's a lot of videos out there that are monetized on YouTube now that as long as they put their face and them reacting to it, it's not a copyright issue. Like,
Yeah.
is that something that we can look forward to? And be able to more include the audio because not a lot of the people are going to Hasselhoff,
Oh,
says
oh,
Hunter.
please. He didn't copyright his own mother because she can't stand him being drunk.
Hey, careful. I don't like my mom either. No. Bring back shit. No, anyway, so like the
Yeah,
whole
don't get me started.
So
on
we got
Hasselhoff.
reaction style.
we got copyright on the Kung Fury David Hasselhoff section of the video, and it wasn't
Yeah.
even like the audio wasn't even playing, but the video itself was copyright.
Yeah. So you can get
With your
around that by
voiceover?
if you have your voiceover doing a commentary, then you don't get a copyright because you're doing
Your own
commentary
gig.
and no, you're doing a commentary, so it's fair use. As long as you're on the screen, you can have like my picture is or whatever. You can put a picture of it over there. You can do an overlay and everything else, and just say we're gonna we're gonna do a commentary on this. You definitely need to look up fair use laws, and because you can go back through and you can tell YouTube this was fair use. And if they keep bound and say, no, this is fair use, I'm protected under the federal law. Granted, only YouTube is only going to take 1% of the law and go with that and make you, sweat out the 99 other percent of it because they did their job. Kind of
Well,
like what
but
they did with
legally they
Copa.
can't take it. They can't take any monetary value from it though, as long as it's covered under federal law. It's more of the whole their side if they're not paying you anything.
Right.
And you're not penalized by having to pay back that they don't have to follow that shit.
No, I mean, educational
you know,
commentary, all that's covered under fair use.
we're not monetized. It had no impact on it. Like the copyright was a no impact copyright.
Well,
So
I get
can
them
I
all.
cop-
I get them all the time.
So can I copyright you because you're using my face right now? Yeah. Decoy. Nah, this is your channel, bud. Oh,
He's got
the
to
you
make sure he
can't
gets the
see me,
right,
I
the
can't
right
see you
eye.
thing. But yeah, no, I think overall it was didn't know that. I'll fix it for the next episode if that's the case. Good to hear from you, Hunter. Yeah, no, it's good to have it to where, especially like a lot of the viewers come after the lives,
Yeah.
and for them to be included too, and not just go, oh, I got another fucking link to upload, and now I can't play 2 videos at once. Because then it defeats the whole purpose of the interactive side of it. But it's also a lot of things that aren't talked about on YouTube either, because they want to be able to control more of that narrative instead of giving you guys, well, here's what you can do to get around all those things. You have to hear
Yeah.
it from somebody else. And a lot of the YouTubers I watch use content that's not theirs, but they react to, that go, TikToks that went too far. Is one of the good ones that
Mhm.
fuck, what's his name on here? He does a lot of TikTok shit, and it's a pretty funny guy. He's an ex-army. He's an army vet. But I won't say any names so he doesn't copyright us too. So
Yeah. I mean,
Nico
there's a
Ortiz, that's him.
there's a
Pretty
lot of
good shit.
people out there that, I mean, that's all they do. Like Rico watches movies. I mean, it's 90% of one movie
Just the movie,
copyrighted.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
he puts the disclaimer, somewhere either at the beginning or the end, that it's fair use because he's doing a commentary on this, and it's educational.
Hey, little
Straw.
boy, get out the freezer.
No,
tell
you
him
get that popsicle.
tell him
You
to
can
bring you a
have it.
beer. Tell him to bring you a beer first.
No,
He
he
will
doesn't
go
need
get me a beer.
He doesn't need a beer. What he needs is a popsicle. That boy is malnourished. I can see it. He needs all the candy in the world.
He's on his way to go get me a beer.
Oh, good job. Get a popsicle. You better get a popsicle.
No, one of those silver ones. One of the gray ones. No, not that one.
So I'll throw this one out to the comments here and let it kind of
Make
fester
sure
a
you
little
shake
bit.
it up. Shake it
What,
up really good.
Hunter, if you're still here, what was your favorite part of the Chillin, Memphis, and Cigar Smokin
Coors Light.
episode? Good job. Silver bullet, baby. Hey, Jess.
Hey, Jess.
Make sure you leave a like, not just a comment.
Like and
Oh, and
subscribe.
subscribe. Yeah.
I
She's
fucked
not
over that beer.
Yeah.
Subscriber goes up tonight by 1.
Because
It
just.
was bad. Just subscribe.
Oh, that'd be something. What if I unsubscribe and subscribe? Do you see that? But I'll ask you the same questions there, BB. Okay, so Hunter just came in with his comment. Mine would have been our experiment. So I actually didn't get
Oh,
to that
yeah.
part of the podcast. I came in, I saw the first quarter of it, and I was watching it tonight again just to refresh myself, and then I saw the last part where I hopped in with my smart ass comments, halfway fucking lit. So your experiment, you guys broke that open?
No, we finished. We did the last step to the experiment.
Oh, you
So it went. It's adding the dark chocolate wood chips for the last 5 weeks.
Yeah.
So we strained the wood chips off and put it into a new bottle, and then we added the infusion and did orange peels inside of it, and it's going to sit for another week. So this Saturday we will be cracking that bottle open and actually trying the infused dark chocolate and orange peel Jack Daniels.
Yeah, and you mentioned that Lip was going to be making another appearance as well.
Yep, Lip will be back with us this Saturday, trying our little concoction. We'll probably have another bottle with us, or shit, we may hit on one of the bottles that are already open, kind of drink on it, because that bottle is only
Yay big.
yay
Yeah, it's a
big.
sampler
Yay
one.
big.
Yay big.
So-
Oh, you stop it, Mr. East Coast. You can't say yay big.
Yay big. Hey, I'm not originally from the East Coast, okay? There's a difference.
Uh-huh. That's what everyone says.
Hey, at
Shut
least
the
I can
fuck
still
up, Yankee.
I can say there's a
You
tornado over
eat
there.
me.
Fuck you, Yankee.
What? It's not my fault I'm up here. They just like white people better.
There it is.
I'm gonna be honest. I've never seen as bad as racism as I have up here than down south, and I was surprised. I was shocked. Like we love everyone down south unless you're just a complete garbage scam. Like down there and up here it's black and white and that's putting it bluntly.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of
It,
nuts.
it's still that way a lot of places. I mean, it's just, different different ways that it shows literally.
Well, I
Uh
had to one of my coworkers, he always talks crap about it, and I looked at him dead in the face and I was like, "You have not had a good meal unless you had a black grandmother of several grandkids cook you a good meal. That is
mhm.
soul food. It hits you right in the heart every time. I can guarantee you have that meal, you'd stop talking crap immediately and apologize for your whole life because that is some good cooking
Oh
and
yeah.
and the welcoming that you get in
Hmm.
that setting. Like it is nuts. You never felt so welcome in your life. And you might even have a good family at home, but not that one.
No,
You were
you
like royalty.
it's like I went to there's a restaurant called the Early Bird Diner. It's in Charleston, South Carolina, and they were supposed to be rated for one of the best places to go get chicken and waffles. So I mean, I was in Charleston for a business trip, so it's like, you know, I'm gonna go drive the extra 40 miles to go find this damn place because I don't know where the hell I am in Charleston. Finally found it, and oh my god, that it was like standing room only just to getting into this place, and it was like, oh my god, it's like comfort food, soul food, everything else coming rolling out of that place. It's like I need to get my ass back down there to Charleston to go have some more of that food. That was really, really good.
So is that
Just don't eat the barbecue.
yeah, over in
Carolina
Charleston?
Carolina barbecue ain't what it's cracked up to be.
No, you gotta have
You go ahead and bring your ass over to Memphis area.
yeah, you
Have
want
some
some
of
Well,
the
good
best
barbecue?
barbecue known to man.
I can't figure out for the life of me why they put coleslaw on freaking barbecue sandwiches.
Bro,
That's
it is so
blasphemy right
good.
there.
It
You
is
get
so
good
good.
coleslaw and some good barbecue.
No, no,
Mm,
no.
that mm,
If I'm eating a good pork sandwich, it
you
better
put
have
some
some fucking
coleslaw on it.
coleslaw on top of it.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
but
can
that's
understand
good
the
coleslaw.
coleslaw off to the side I can handle, but not directly on the sandwich. I mean,
Well, you gotta get away from the Mrs. Jerry coleslaw then, because you get some handmade coleslaw, something that was put together and not out of a can or out of a
Yeah,
plastic
make
jug.
sure it was made
That
with love. It has to have that on as an ingredient.
yeah.
a little bit of love and a little bit of ecstasy, because that just sends you fucking overboard.
Well, I mean, I
Have
guess in
to
a way,
have coleslaw
I
with it.
guess I'm a little picky. I guess when it comes to my coleslaw.
Yeah,
So
it's
I
because you're
mean,
from the East Coast.
no, oh hell no. You know,
He's
I
not
grew
from the
up.
East Coast.
No, I'm not from the East Coast.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't know. If I'm a Yankee, you're from the East Coast, buddy.
so it's
Fucking Oklahoma and
yeah, Oklahoma,
It's East
man,
Coast, Eastern time.
and
It's the same thing.
like half my friends were Cajun, so I had the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Eating couscous, eating everything, jambalaya, gumbo, having it all, and then 5 years ago came down to seafood allergy and just freaking broke my freaking heart.
Oh, you got a shellfish allergy or just
Yep,
seafood in general?
shellfish.
The same thing happened to my grandmother. She would eat the shit out of shellfish,
Yep,
and then all of a sudden, she got about like 35, 40, and then got an allergy to it, like deathly
yep.
allergic.
Yeah, I found out the hard way. I didn't even know I had the allergy, and I went to an all-you-can-eat seafood buffet at Walt Disney World, and sitting there just plowing it down, plowing it down, plowing it down. Went back to the hotel room. It's like, man, I don't feel good, and my whole throat was like literally on fire, and it was like, oof. And it's like, okay, no more
Sorry, I
stuff.
got a beautiful interruption here, but she's showing me some. She waited too long on something. I know you texted me. That's not the point. Anyway, so
He's working. Get off my time.
get off it. Bronson says hi. Shut up, Bronson. I gotta go sleep tonight. All right, and I don't want a pillow over my head when I wake up suddenly.
You have a couch. Man up.
You'll be
Oh,
you'll
I
be
guess
singing in the
I
doghouse
don't need
house.
to sleep now. Nope, I'm out of it now. Apparently, I don't need to sleep tonight. It's gonna be a long night.
Couch. Man up. Put her there.
Nice. Put her on the couch. Okay,
Yeah,
you're
you're a
really
fucking
fucking
man,
not
bro.
helping here. She just
Get-
threatened me
you-
with a fucking baseball bat. You shut your mouth.
you get in you go to your bed. You tell her where to go.
Yeah, but the couch is comfier. She got a firm bed. I like
Oh
soft.
well, then yeah. Well,
Yeah, go to the
we're gonna,
couch.
we're gonna watch that damn flower pot behind you. Say it again, motherfucker.
Yeah, say it
Uh,
again. The flower pot flies off. The Exorcist type
No,
shit.
I'm waiting to see that large, cast iron skillet come flying from the back inside.
No,
Hey,
I got pretty good
she ain't-
instincts with that. Mama tried
she-
doing that shit when I was young.
She ain't
Duck
no-
and weave, duck and weave.
his wife ain't no damn Southern girl. She ain't got no damn cast iron that well seasoned that'll knock him a good one.
Yeah, she does. It's thick with seasoning too. That's the one thing she prefers to cook on is cast iron. She's country northern. We don't have any of that non-stick bullshit that we cook in. It's all cast iron. Don't look at me like that.
No, it's bad for you. The Teflon is chemicals.
Cast iron's got flavor.
Flavor, it's good for you. It puts iron back into your system.
See, look,
Yeah.
and a little bit of
Yeah.
rust. You get the tetanus with it.
Teflon.
We gotta be strong. They ain't gonna be as strong down there.
Yeah, they do. 40 degrees is fucking deathly ill cold down there. It'll freeze to
Well,
death.
that's a fucking different kind of cold, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're sitting at like, oh, what's the temp at right now? Okay, that's not gonna help. We were at 15 degrees about an hour ago. We're gonna
Yeah,
get
but-
down to
You know
a
what?
low
What's your
of
humidity?
5, 3, 2, 1. It's dry as fuck. It doesn't matter. Dry cold is the worst.
Y'all's
I'll tell you that right now.
Like humidity completely changes the dynamic of a cold.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and more humid cold's better than fucking dry cold. It's not only does it seep into your bones, it takes everything out of you too. A humid cold, I could sit in Mississippi, Tennessee, cold winter at 30 degrees and still just be in a long sleeve t-shirt. Guarantee it. I done it. I went back home, finally got the first snowfall in 6 years down in Memphis when I visit my dad, and I'm sitting there in a long sleeve shirt. He's looking at me with his fucking snap-on coat, and he's got his long johns on that he had from 10 years ago. He's like, "How are you doing this?" I was like, "This is fucking nothing. This is warm. It's humid. It doesn't seep in as bad."
Well, up here it's like, we're at 28 degrees and 90% humidity. And
Yeah.
we got the worst part because our humidity is not the same as that your all's type of humidity, because it's got the stupid salt in the air and everything, because we got that brackish water and everything, so it is worse.
You're
Up,
just salty.
up here we prefer to have the dry cold.
Yeah. I would agree with you, but not with the wind. You guys have you might luck out with the wind.
Yeah, right now we have zero winds, so it's like enjoying it while we can, but yeah, it's not gonna be even that fun for the next couple of days. That's for damn sure.
I kind of hope that I still caught lip in here. I was wondering what his favorite part of the whole podcast was. Lip, if you're still in here, give a comment, man. Let me know what your favorite part of the Two Drunks podcast was. Then get back to us here. So, BB, this is kind of a little bit out of your comfort zone here, and I know you're kind of getting us payback for the squad raiding your guys' podcast and whatnot. I'll look past that; it's kind of well deserved. What getting out of your comfort zone with the cigars, man? How did you like it? Is that something that we're gonna see here? I'd like to have an episode where I sit here and have a good cigar with you with some Bland's.
You know, 3 people in the same room, even with all the windows open.
It's rough.
Yeah, it was rough.
It's fucking rough.
I definitely think if we did it again, it wouldn't be all 3 of us at one time. You know, it would probably end up being me and Hunter, and I'd say that we probably need to shoot for doing it in like in the spring.
Not winter.
Yeah, do it in the spring or in the early summer before it
Yeah.
gets too hot. That way we can have the podcast outside one night.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a
Yeah.
patio podcast or something like
'Cause
that. That
we've
probably
talked
wouldn't be a
about
bad idea.
doing we've talked about doing a fire pit podcast.
Oh, okay.
So maybe we'll end up doing something like that. If we do it outside, all 3 of us can be there. Uh, Jess was not home at the beginning.
Oh no.
Uh,
I see where this is
and
going.
we had all the windows and stuff opened up in that room, had the ceiling fan going, all that good stuff. And she got home and she was, oh my god, my house smells like just a fucking cigar saloon or cigar parlor. She's like, it smells horrible. Me,
Yeah.
Hunter, and Lip, we couldn't smell it.
No, that's a bad thing about it. If you're smoking it, you can smell it, but you get used to it in a hurry.
Now I
So,
tasted it for 2 days. So Saturday, all day yesterday, it lingered. Even the taste in my mouth lingered. I didn't finally get
Yeah.
that out my mouth until this morning on the way to work.
That sticks with you for a hot minute, man, the taste of the cigar.
yeah.
So Lip just commented multitudes of whiskey and cigars and getting a friend to react to the comments. That's a different whole dynamic, man. When you get a buddy in there
hmm
and you can sit there and just bounce off of them too, because you're not only in a comfort zone because you're comfortable in front of a camera and whatnot, but you can also talk shit until the next morning walking back in the room. I smelt it. Yeah, you just got to turn your nose off there, Hunter. Stop being a pussy. Anyway, so
The Lip part getting drunk. That was the
yeah,
drunkest
then getting
in
drunk.
all of this time. Having Lip around. That is the drunkest I have seen that man.
Yeah, that cigar
Uh,
hitting him something different, huh?
well, he had something special too, which I don't think he talked about on the podcast. He had his own little special concoction science experiment that he had worked on, and I'll just say it had to do with gummy bears and wild turkey 101.
Oh no.
I think it was wild turkey 101,
No, he'll get back to us on that one, I'm sure.
but he had his own little science experiment.
Gummy
And
bears
yeah,
and whiskey. I've heard of gummy bears and vodka, but that would
you
seem
you know what I
that's a
mean about
sweet
gummy
on
bears.
sweet. Yeah, I hear
No,
you.
I'm talking about
Oh, I hear
gummy
you.
bears.
Elixir of champions.
Gummy bears.
Okay, so see, so
Yeah,
now up
illegal
here, right?
bears.
Iowa is like the strictest on that, the special kind of sweets and whatnot. Now we got a store that is strictly like church. They're not open on Sundays and all the whole spiel. Like they love God. What it's like Chick-fil-A, right? And they started selling this nice root beer that on there states that could cause you to fail a random drug test, and they put that on the warning label. I was like, oh, nice. At least the Church of God's getting involved in that too. The gummy bear completely dissolved too. Oh, that's.
So,
I want to try your gummy bears, my man.
so it's like hydrochloric
Yeah.
acid for the gummy bear, just like
Are you just leaving it?
gone.
Oh, Lip. This motherfucker went to Mars. Oh shit, that's funny. That's a good time. That'd be some good times right there. I'd fuck up and have a bad one though, for some reason. So that's a well, I mean, Lip seemed like he had pretty much a good time. BB, you had would you say a pretty decent time, or were you I know you had a resting Eeyore face going on there for a little bit.
Um, it was overall. I had a great time.
Yeah.
It was it was definitely like a super comfortable podcast, a super relaxed one. Uh, it was almost like the camera wasn't on at certain points, you know, like outside of just reading the comment, but having a whole entire conversation in the comment section, actually interacting, and then like telling stories themselves within their comment was such an interesting take, which is how we ended up getting so far off topic, you know.
Yeah.
But it was perfectly fine. Like it was relevant to the situation, because that was one of my favorite parts was like us talking about drive through and how rough drive through work can be. From
Well, I
north
mean,
to
it
south,
helps.
it doesn't change.
It would
Oh.
help if you didn't dump your drink all over the side of a building.
And that brings up
Oh,
another
that girl
point.
was pissed.
She's pissed.
Oh, yeah.
That
So,
woman was pissed.
what gives you the right to compare Whataburger to Sonic?
Because that's what it is.
Whataburger is like the trash of the drive-through. I mean, I put them one peg below Jack in the Crack.
A Whataburger burger tastes just like a Sonic burger.
No,
That's
no,
and
no,
I-
no.
where you're messing up is you're getting burgers from Sonic. They're not known for burgers. Gotta get that foot-long chili dog, bud.
Bro,
There
that's
you
one of
go.
my favorite.
See?
Foot long fucking chili cheese coney.
Or
Yep.
those popcorn chicken.
With
I've had
extra
popcorn
onions
chicken
and extra mustard on them.
Yep.
on your popcorn chicken, you weirdo.
And
No.
you want to get cheese onion rings to go with it too. No fries,
Oh,
cheese onion rings.
man.
Look, I like their jalapeno poppers.
Yeah.
Their
I haven't
cheddar
tried them
poppers-
yet.
Their
They
cheddar
came
poppers
out-
are
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
amazing.
See, that's
I didn't think y'all had any
nearest-
Sonics up there, Steve.
So our town actually had one for a year. Then corporate from Stillwater, Oklahoma came in and shut them down because they were
because
that
it's
bad.
Oklahoma and you guys suck.
No, so so now I have to drive 30 miles one way to go hit a Sonic.
Oh, lucky you! I got to drive 2 hours.
Yeah.
I honestly thought Sonic was just a Southern thing.
They
No.
branched out a little bit. They're here and there.
I
in
know they
between.
used to be like mainly Southern state
Yeah.
for a long
So
time.
when I first moved up
it's
to
an Oklahoma
Iowa-
company.
well,
the
yeah,
fir-
but
the first-
Oklahoma
the-
sucks.
Well, the
But,
first
okay,
one is in-
Midwest.
well, no, the
Midwest.
first Sonic is actually in Stillwater, Oklahoma, and I've been to that. I've been to that Sonic. It's right across the street from the Oklahoma State University campus, right next to Eskimo Joe's.
I bet
that
it's as
general area.
small as anything
it-
else. Do you guys have
it-
Casey's over there in
Yeah.
Oklahoma?
If you're ever in Little Rock, Arkansas, go to that Sonic. I think it might be in North Little Rock. It's
Yeah.
the biggest Sonic that I have ever been to. Actually go inside, sit down, order your food from inside of it, or you can do the little normal car hop thing.
Mhm.
But it is freaking massive.
Yeah.
Only time I've ever seen a Sonic that you can go and sit down inside of and eat.
Yeah, that's why ours was up here. But it, like I said, it was just so bad. I've actually called into corporate on them a couple of times because I'd go in and get a foot-long cheese coney, and the hot dog was black because it
Yep.
had been sitting in the water all damn day.
There's certain Sonics that, like, if I know I want a chili cheese coney, and Jess is normally the one to go get it when she gets off of work, I'll ask her to go to a specific Sonic
Yeah.
because of the hot dog. Because I've dealt with that so many times where it just sat there so long and it's so fucking dry.
There's
Mhm.
one, what is it, like in Horn Lake or just off of the city limits of Horn Lake that's pretty good. We hit that one up every time we come down. That one's good. The one in Missouri, I think it's Missouri, it's just south of St. Louis or maybe in St. Louis, is absolute garbage. The worst Sonic I've ever been at.
Well, your stepdaddy, that was like his favorite place.
That was my dad's favorite place.
Your
He
but
met my
Chris,
mom on rollers. Yeah, Chris. Yeah,
Chris,
he
that
loves
was
some Sonic, man.
Sonic, Memphis Barbecue were his two places that he was gonna get when he
So
came
Mhm.
down here.
my mom and dad actually, well, they went to school together, but actually officially met at Sonic. And my dad would come
When
in
her and
with
Missy
his
were working there.
Tony, yeah, and she'd be on those fucking roller skates and everything else. I remember him telling me this story with a twinkle in his eye, just about him ordering that fucking cheese dog or that chili cheese coney, and she'd come out there every time just to strutting her shit, rollerblading over. Oh man, but yeah, no, my stepdad, he my well, the latest stepdad, I should say, ex- I will concoct an extended bottle for the occasion. Thank you, Lip. I'd appreciate it.
So
I'm
you
gonna
were
have to stay there longer than a week, though.
so you were asking me if I had a Casey's. So is that like a gas
Yeah.
station?
Do you have? It's a general gas station. Yeah.
They have them there now. They didn't when I was there. They did not have them, but they started rolling in, kind of like the come and goes, which I've been
Oh,
at.
you got hit with the come and go wave. That's fucking fading quick. They're all
Yeah.
selling
Oh
over
yeah.
here.
Yeah. Because well, they're wanting to change their name because they figured out that's not a good name.
No, they don't care about the name. What's happened is they're getting bought out by Yesway because they're being pushed out by Quick Trips. My company that I work for, we're the primary builders of the Quick Trips.
Okay.
And so what happened was is Casey's crossed the line over in South Dakota or something. They weren't supposed to build a store on this side of South Dakota or whatnot. Maybe I'm wrong about the state, but they weren't supposed to build a store on Quick Trip side, right? Well, they went ahead and said, "Well, screw you. We got good pizza and we're a good gas station. We're going to do whatever we want." Well, Quick Trip dumped like millions of dollars on just building stores right next to Casey's,
Mm-hmm.
which drove out Come and Go, drove out or is driving out Casey's currently, and like they'll build 2 or 3 stores in the same town
Oh
just to
yeah.
spite Casey's. They've got that much freaking money. It's
Well,
nuts. But if you got a Casey's near you, I would suggest the one thing from Casey's is their pizza. I've never had a pizza as good as Casey's Pizza. And I might be jumping on a hype train here because I live up north, but it's pretty fucking good.
yeah. Casey's aren't really in this area. What we have are Wawa, Sheet, and Royal Farms. Those are the three
And
big ones up here.
7-Elevens.
On every damn freaking street corner without gas pumps.
Yeah, they just sell slushies, man.
Yeah, pretty much. But
Well, then
what
that brings up another topic. What's your favorite gas station and their food?
Jack Griffiths back in the day, 1980s, man.
Damn, you're old.
Yep.
Anyway,
We used to go into Jack Griffiths on our way up to Kansas City and points north and go get a poor boy sandwich and some little sausage biscuits and head out on the open road, man. Miss those
what about
days.
you, BB?
What
What's
are we
your
talking
favorite gas station and gas? Oh, you're not paying attention. I can't wait to report this episode.
about?
Daddy Wawa,
Daddy
Flip
Wawa.
said.
Hey,
What's your favorite
don't
gas
knock
station
Wawa
and
until you've
gas
actually had
station
Wawa
food?
gas food.
I've never had it.
Oh, great food, man.
Mine would have to be probably anywhere Crispy Crunch chicken is.
Oh, you're not a Chester's chicken fan? Really?
I like Crispy Crunch, even though they got rid of my favorite sauce. But yeah,
What was your favorite sauce?
It was like this garlic New Orleans style sauce that they got rid of.
Oh, that sounds freaking good.
It
Did it
was, and I
have a
think,
little
but
spice to it?
it did. But I think I was the only one uh, that ever got it because like, it just all of a sudden discontinued one day, and they were like, "Yeah, we got this other." I came in there, I was like, "Yeah, I want the Cajun sauce," and they give it to me. This ain't it. This was like a spicy mayo that they gave me, and I'm like, "Yeah, no, that's not it."
Trying to copy that Chick-fil-A sauce.
Yeah,
Or, it could be like he's getting old enough now, Decoy. He's like the Rick, to where he's looking for that Szechuan sauce from McDonald's,
Oh,
and you can never find it.
yeah.
Past your time, BB. Maybe it's time to retire. Start getting a little bit gray in your hair.
Yeah.
You look nice and shaven though. Look at you with your goatee going on. You ain't got no scruff. You ain't got nothing. You got done up for that podcast, huh? For the two drunks.
yeah, I did it all for lip. I had to get all fancied up for lip.
Oh,
No, I
now
messed up shaving, and I was like,
yeah. Here we go.
but just I'd come in there and had the goatee. And she's like, "Oh, you actually did a really good job cleaning up the goatee." Fuck it.
You make a attempt to make another Remy without being able to, huh? You're woo my cousin with your goatee.
Hold on, she just threatened me with a good time. She said if I shave it, she's divorcing me.
Nice.
Oh,
That's where I'm at.
and she's taking Remy
Oh,
and the dogs. This is man. Hey, you can move in, buddy.
you leave the dogs.
Fuck them dogs.
Fuck them dogs. He said, all right, then you leave Remy. He's our money maker. That's the one thing I got out of the service and I start growing this fucking Amish beard I got going on now because I can't grow anything here, on the cheeks. And she goes, "You look really good with a beard." I was like, "Oh, great. Well, I'm gonna keep my mustache then because that's a little wacky. Makes me kind of brings up the personality."
This is the most you'll ever see on me because of my Cherokee heritage. It won't grow any longer.
What do you mean it won't grow any longer?
I cannot grow a
I've,
beard. This is it.
I've never heard of anybody going bald on the face.
Yeah. My
I got a picture I
grandfather
can show you to prove
My
prove
grand-
that
To prove
theory.
it.
my
All right, send it to
grandfather
me in my
never
DMs.
had to shave a day in his life.
But Hunter, send me that pic. I know you're watching. Send me that picture I sent you. Send it to me on Discord.
So this went from roasting BB to roasting Decoy real fucking quick. I might have to go refill up on my drink.
Hunter knows what picture I'm talking about. Fucking get him send it to me on Discord.
I will say though, it looks good to where it's minimalistic, and I don't understand how the Cherokee heritage comes into play because if you're out in the environment, you typically grew more hair to keep you warm than you did not. Even though I've only seen Native Americans clean shaven,
Yeah.
like no hair, nothing like that, which might explain why I can't fucking grow anything on the cheeks, but I have the neck beard like all get out because I'm Irish. And I got the multicolors. I've got jet black, red, white, gray, blonde. Yeah, gray's not because I'm getting older. I'm still 25, by the way. I'm not getting any older. I will always be 25.
25 to the what power?
No, we don't do powers around here because that's bad.
My ass is definitely turning 30 this year, and I feel it.
Do you? I got the.
Someone
So I'm
told me
sitting
that when you turn 30, it's diarrhea.
Oh, I can't. Yeah, I won't go there. Um, about
All right,
admitting my age there for a second.
I'm
You
about
said
to
it.
send. I'm about to send it to you now.
Okay.
This is
I
this is
gotta-
one of our buddies.
Oh, oh no!
It's bad.
Oh no, that poor guy. Why is
That is fucking horrible, bro. I would send it to you, Steve. I'll
But
send
you
it to
know
you
what?
after.
he
You know
better?
what?
Because that
Oh, come
you
on.
after.
It's
You
going to
better.
be here. No, I'm kidding.
No, don't do that. Do it after then. I didn't think about that. Anyway,
Share my screen.
cheers. Don't do that, because I mean, he looks like a nice individual. That poor
Look,
fucker.
Hunter done posted it in the comments.
No, you didn't.
Hunter done posted it in the comments on YouTube.
I can't see it, so it doesn't count. Hunter, you fucking savage. That guy looks like the nicest fucking guy you'd ever meet, too. And
I got a story. I got
you
a
guys are
story about that guy.
Well,
Oh
hold
my
that story
god.
off. I'm gonna go make another drink. You guys are dicks, by the way, and I've done some terrible things. I can go make a drink quick. You guys talk about something
Decoy, I want to
else.
send it to you in a text message.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't have my phone on me. It's over on the shelf because I'm doing this. I don't want to be interrupted. So,
Oh well, then whatever. I'll send it to you on Discord. Just don't open it till after.
okay. So what do you think of the aftermath so far? This episode.
I mean,
Good,
you
bad,
got
the ugly?
you guys y'all got to get into your rhythm. Overall, y'all ain't got to talk about us. Y'all can talk about whatever the hell you want to.
Well,
You
we were going to
talk
talk
about the front porch.
Yeah, we talked about the front porch, but that's still kind of being worked on a little bit. But we were going to talk about the unfiltered, but we got to talking before this episode, and we were saying we don't really want to do that because we both were in that episode of the unfiltered. So it's like that's kind of being redundant. So we don't know if we're going to be skipping completely over that part or what we're going to be doing. We said, well, we could probably go into the shitty bowl that happened in the crap time performance.
Yep.
Because I mean, I'm sorry, I watched that much of the Super Bowl this year because I didn't care for either one of the teams, and I sure
I
the
didn't
hell
watch any
care.
of it.
And I didn't sure the hell didn't care for who was on for the halftime. Hell, I never even heard of who the halftime performer was. It's like, nope, don't need the shit.
I didn't watch not any of it.
Yep.
I'm not an NFL fan. Could care less. NFL's rigged. If you don't know that by now, then you still live under a rock.
National Fumble League. Yep.
They know who's going to win before they win.
Well, see, I saw a post out there on Elon Musk land that somebody said that Eagles are going to win, and they were and they had the score breakdown by the deal and everything, and I mean they were completely wrong. I was surprised. I was expecting it to almost be played by section by section by quarter. But no, I was surprised. It was Eagles all the way, but like I said, don't really care that much about football. My sport is coming up here, baseball. So I'll probably get to watch one or two of the 86 games this year, but not live. Of
See,
course.
I'm not a baseball fan. Baseball's boring.
Oh yeah, you're not a baseball fan, but you like balls.
Fuck off. Now you get into some college ball. I love watching some college, but even it's starting to get rigged.
Everything's fucking rigged now.
I mean, college ball, they used to play for the sport, but now they're playing for the money and the scholarships.
It used to be against regulation for them to collect money.
Well, I mean, you can say however you want. I mean, they're going to say you're going to have so much scholarship under the table. I mean, it's still money. It's just tangible money you can't spend except for wherever you want to go to school. So, I mean, it's still, you're playing for money. It's like, no, it shouldn't be that way. I mean, you should get a scholarship, then go play ball. Then if you're good at ball, then, You got to keep your grades up in order to keep playing ball. That's the way I
You're
see it.
taller than Lip.
Oh, you seen that? So is that how your OnlyFans popped off, Decoy?
What OnlyFans?
You were good with
I'm
playing with balls or what?
no,
I'm
that's you
confused.
all,
I'm
man.
hopping on this.
I don't have a goal. My
Oh, you
OnlyFans.
don't have a goalpost or what?
Hell, this face here would scare them away.
I don't know. People are paying for some weird shit nowadays. You got feet pics. You got fucking BB's lazy eye going in there. That's trending right now. You're welcome, by the way. I'll give you the money after I'm done paying off my debts. Anyway, he's what? What are you so upset for? Why you look so disappointed in me? It goes south real quick. Were we talking about the NFL?
Anyways, I got a story about old dude. Uh, so we had this buddy. He lived across the street from, and his girlfriend was an exotic dancer, and we go over there on this buddy's birthday to my buddy's house, and we walk in or whatnot. We introduce all of them together and stuff. We had told the guy before we went over there that dude's girlfriend was an exotic dancer, and kind of told him what not to do and stuff like that. First thing out of this motherfucker's mouth, it's my birthday. You gonna give me a lap dance? Bro had to go back to my house and sit until we were done hanging out. Yeah.
The one you sent
Dude,
me a picture of?
yes.
He looks so innocent. What do you mean?
You'll have to get Hunter to tell you about the first time he ever took him to a strip club.
I bet it was great.
It's one
So
of
you
them. That,
are
Did you
you
have to
friends
Let
with
me
this
see
guy?
yeah.
Did you have to give him the 16x9 or the 6x9 instruction card on what to do?
You'd have to talk to Hunter on that one. I didn't go. My biceps should for sure be bigger.
We'll see. Fucking, I bet my thighs are bigger. I skipped leg day. He
It
said
was-
it was fun.
was
Hunter said
fun.
it was fun.
Talking about
Oh,
you get a
shit.
stripper's number, and it's like she's digging me. But I think that was the other friend.
She ain't digging you, dog. She's looking for the money. That Benjamin's talking to her. That's about it.
No, she's giving you the number in case something comes back on the tests.
Oh,
Well, I'm gonna
no.
hop off of here, boys. I'll let y'all finish y'all show out. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for
Okay.
having me on.
Yep.
Oh,
Look,
thanks for raiding our podcast, BB. Love to have you. Always love to have you.
Yeah, fuck off. Get y'all's lives back together.
we can't do that. That's against the rules.
You have a good night, BB.
Later, BB. There you go.
He
You
didn't
never know
even let
who's
us
gonna
get to
pop in.
talking shit.
Yeah. That's he's the one that came in and started talking shit. What are you talking about?
I know he just couldn't. He was festering the whole time.
Oh
I
yeah.
was like, oh, they're not gonna call me in. They don't want me involved. Then you had to fucking just dig it. You rubbed it into his face, not playing his intro and shit.
I know. It's like actually no, technically we did play the intro. They just didn't get to see it.
Yeah, nobody got to see it except us.
But they will get to see the same intro because we're gonna play it again on the outro when we're done here. It's the same
Unless
song.
we forget it, that'd be a BB special right there. We just forget the outro real quick.
And then we will never hear the end of it.
I know. Oh, that kind of little girl fucking saying help me while banging on the door. But yeah, no, so I think we pretty much covered the podcast there. I know we
Yeah.
got some shit because we didn't cover the unfiltered episode that we were both in.
Well, yeah, but like I was
Um,
telling BB while you were out getting your refill, it's like it really isn't fair for us to cover that because we both, like we were talking about before, we both were on the unfiltered. So it's like that
right.
would just be a rehash, really, if you ask me. I mean, we kind of talked. Also, we could talk about the Pooper Bowl and then the Crap Time special. It's
Yeah.
like I didn't watch any of the game, to be honest with you, so I really can't comment that much, except for the Eagles won, and yay.
Yay. I watched 15 minutes of the Super Bowl. So what had happened was, is we're sitting at home, and well, I'll start at the morning because we both wake up and we're like, we're sitting here making breakfast, and the old lady looks at me dead in the eye. She goes, "Are you ready to party?" It's like, what? What do you mean party? Like we're fucking. I don't remember us having a house party to go to. It's been fucking years since we've done that, you know. And it's like, what do you mean party? She goes, "It's the Super Bowl tonight. We're gonna watch the Super Bowl, right? We're gonna party." And I was like, honey, we ain't got no little smokies. We're not partying shit.
There you go. No smokies, no
And
party.
no smokies, no party, baby, especially for Super Bowl. And it's like I'm not paying to watch the Super Bowl. That's a lot of the things that are going on now is you got the subscriptions just to watch it. And we don't pay for cable or anything like that, satellite TV, nothing like that. We watch Netflix and that's about it. And so I do some looking. I was like, oh shit. This is about noon. And I go, hey, I could download the NFL app and we can watch it live for free. We just got, we got advertisements and whatnot that we have to watch
Yeah.
and all that bull crap. So I put that on about halftime. By the time we actually get serious about, yeah, maybe we should tune in. We get to halftime. I didn't get to see the show from Kendrick Lamar, which I heard it was pretty shitty because he was worried about more of getting sued on actually playing a song that was popular, which is kind of bullshit. Defamation lawsuits aren't anything to joke around about. But so we're sitting here and it's in previews and it's in previews, and I get a call from the father-in-law and he goes, "Well, we're making a deep dish pizza and we're watching the Super Bowl. If you want to come over and have pizza and watch the Super Bowl with us." And so we get over there, we're making the pizza, and the first thing that my mother-in-law picks is the Super Bowl coverage in Spanish. So we're
Oh,
sitting here, we're having a good time, we're talking and chatting. I go, I don't think this isn't the right Super Bowl. And then the father-in-law listens in, he goes, God damn it, they're speaking Spanish. I don't know what the fuck they're saying. There's no subtext, nothing, you know? And so she switches it, right? Picks the college Kansas game that's on. So the college team that's playing is Kansas versus some other, and I looked at her, I was like, Ma, I don't think this is the right one either. So then she picks the Fox News live coverage, right? Which Fox News has got some balls, by the way,
oh
to have
yeah.
a live news coverage of the Super Bowl game, but shows 0 clips of the Super Bowl. We get all these commercials. We get the New
Mhm.
Orleans parade. We
Yep.
get their statistics, and then they talk about Trump. And I looked at Ma and I was like, I don't think this is the game either, Ma. Like, they just said that Kansas finally scored, and we didn't get to see any of it. So by the time she found the right one, we got 14 minutes left of the whole game.
Yeah. Well,
So that's about it.
they were watching it downstairs and everything, and it's like it's like no, no, no. It's like you get a team that deserves to be there. So I'm sorry, Kansas City. Bye. Eagles. Who are you? It's like I mean, at least it wasn't like Dallas, okay? I mean, but I don't understand how these teams make it there. It's like,
Yeah, from my understanding, it wins up to a point. I'll
yeah,
let you read those comments. Um, I understand like how they make it
It's
to
time.
that point. So you win throughout the year, and then you get to the playoffs, and whoever wins the playoffs gets the Super Bowl. It's not like how good you are
Right.
in totality. It's if you make it to the playoffs and if you beat the teams in the playoffs.
Right. I mean, why not base it off of like total yards or whatever, whatever teams gets the most rushing or total yards or whatever instead of by score. I mean,
Well, you can't do that because there's good games and bad games, right? If you pick the teams off of their winnings,
mhm.
like say they have maybe 2 losses throughout the season, they deserve to go to the playoffs because they played better throughout the entirety of the average games throughout the year.
Yeah, I mean, I get that.
You can't just go off of rushing yards because there could be a really good fullback or halfback that makes a tremendous amount of rushing yards and he gets put in the fucking Hall of Fame bullshit because of it for having one good year and then go, oh, well, we're just going to designate this off of rushing yards or passing yards or QB sneak yards or, total sacks. Like, that's just an individual player. As a team, they can base it off of the wins.
Yeah, but it's still, to me, it's like, no. There's got to be a better way to, especially in the wild cards. I mean, the wild card, I mean, I get it. You're trying to give, hey, here's a participation trophy. It's like, but
Yeah.
it should be like, no, there should be a better way. It's either you've got to base it off of better merits than just like, well, you've got right on that fine line. It's like, no, there's no fine line. There's no gray area. It's either you're in the playoffs or you're out of the playoffs. It shouldn't be like have wild card games to determine who's going to be there. No.
Well, they got to fill them in because everybody else is shit. You
Then
got to
you're
have a playoffs to get up to the Super Bowl to hype it up too. And that's where it's come down to. Like I stopped watching major sports and all of that because I mean, you can see it's blatantly rigged.
oh yeah.
There's no hope for it. You either get ref tampering or whatever else. And it's like, well, I can't even shoot for a team now because 2 years down the road there's going to be a controversy of them taking out hit contracts.
Or and yeah,
There's
don't
always something. There's gotta be politics involved. This isn't a fucking bullshit. It's a fucking game.
yeah. And don't get me started on these stupid alcohol commercials in the Super Bowl. Dropping 40 to 60 million dollars for stupid beer commercials. And
Oh, now you take that back because Budweiser used to have some excellent
no,
beer
okay.
commercials.
But they get under the radar just by saying drink responsible.
Yeah.
But yet, how many drunk drivers were there leaving parties, the Super Bowl, and everything else? And it's okay by the beer companies to get drunk at a football game and then go out and sit in a 4,000 pound or a 2 ton missile going down the road at 65 or 85 miles per hour.
Well, that's where you get into the whole point of it's personal accountability too. You should
Right.
understand as an individual going to a football game or even like a baseball game. I just went to a company outing at a baseball game, and you gotta have a plan to be able to get home
Oh no,
responsibly.
I totally get that. But what I'm saying is they get away with doing all this advertisement on TV because they say drink responsible. And the federal government's fine with that. But yet you sit there and you hold a cigarette or whatever on TV now, your ass goes to jail.
Oh, is that how it is now?
Pretty much,
Because I mean,
yeah.
I grew up at the time like
It,
before I stopped watching like actual TV to where they could actually smoke.
ni- 1976, January 1st, 1976 was the last time you could actually have a cigarette on national television.
Well, everything went to the whole fake or rosebud cigarettes and whatnot.
Yeah.
after that
but
too.
but still, you can't even see a cigarette commercial on TV. You can't see vape commercials. You can see anti-vape, but you can't see vape commercials on TV. But beer commercials are just fine.
Well, vaping and cigarettes are considerably fucking worse for you in general.
How many people do you know that's died because they dropped their cigarette in a car and then wrecked a car?
I've heard of plenty of people that died in a house fire because they dropped their cigarette in their bed and they just went to sleep.
Right, but you know what I'm saying. There's always
I've also
pros and
had
cons for every.
I've never heard of anyone dropping their liquor bottle while they're in their bed and dying from that.
I have
I mean, but
acute
I've
alcohol
heard of,
poisoning.
well, okay, all right. Well,
Yeah.
and I've also heard of somebody getting distracted by dropping their cigarette and trying not to burn their carpet and killing two people. You know,
Yeah.
there's that whole there's a
There's pros and
worse
cons on
off
both.
for you.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, and drinking severely is almost worse for you too. We just had a guy had the #1 pork tenderloin in the state of Iowa. His restaurant did his recipe and whatnot, and they just found him. He passed away in his recliner. He had an acute drinking problem,
Mhm.
heart issues and whatnot too. So there's health hazards involved with both sides.
Oh yeah.
And right now we're in a phase as a country of demonizing one or the other.
Yep.
You know, because I mean, what was it? There wasn't, but I don't. About 20 years ago, when I was a kid, they were demonizing alcohol intake.
Mhm.
You know, they wanted you to turn in your parents for drinking and driving. They wanted you to turn your parents in for drinking too much at home. And then
Yeah.
the whole DARE program happened. You know, and that switched over, and now we're in that phase to where, well, you smoke too many cigarettes and now you have health issues. We can fucking overdo everything.
Oh yeah.
It's
And it's like,
overdoing it that's the problem.
and you know, they say that vaping is bad because it's underage vaping. It's like, no, it's not underage vaping. It's parents that just don't give a shit about their kids.
Oh, and it's all the fucking chemicals in it. You
No.
get cigarettes, it's just burning the tobacco leaf.
And additives.
You get drinking and the additives too. Yeah, you got the arsenic and all that other bullshit in there too. But then you get the drinking, it's the alcohol, what it affects on your body, and everybody's individual like ability to digest it
Mm-hmm.
and how their bodies react to it. But then vaping, you get the fucking coil chemicals, everything that the coil's made of that you're burning up with it. You get the vape juices that are made without guidelines, so they can put whatever the fuck they want into it. You know, it's that fine line.
Well, actually, no. The FDA stepped in and they have to actually list what chemicals that they actually use and on the actual juices and everything else. And so, like, a lot of the good juices went away overnight because the FDA knocked them out. I mean, the FDA
Okay.
will come in and they will actually inspect all these different places. We used to have a place right across the river over in Virginia, and they used to have one called Freshly Squeezed, and it was like orange juice that was literally made with orange juice as their base. And I mean, it was just like, you know, biting right into an orange. And then they had one that was a grape that was done the same way, made with real grape. And the FDA said, no, 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 you can't do that because you're not following the industry standards and you're not making it in a lab. You're making it in a back room. So it's got to go away. And the whole place like literally shut down the next day, gone off the face of the earth. So, I
Well, we
mean,
all understand how things made in a lab are really good for you.
well, the reason why they make it in a lab is so everything is actually controlled. When they say 3% nicotine, they mean 3% nicotine per volume
Yep.
per 100 mil. So that's the reason why everything is all lab controlled. Like the juice I use is 70/30. It's so it's a good cloud juice and it's got a good flavor to it, but it's all everything's food grade. So it's, you know, no worse than sitting there drinking it by the gallon. I mean, if it had zero nicotine, you could, because it's literally same stuff that they use in snow cones.
Okay. So just the concentrate.
Yeah, it's just the
Right.
concentrate. It's just an agent to put the nicotine and the flavor in there. If you didn't have the 30%, then you wouldn't be able to actually mix the actual nicotine. And the 70% is the for the flavoring, when they put the actual flavor in there. So some of them will actually use artificial flavoring, but then again, name one thing out there that doesn't say artificial flavoring on it that you actually ingest, especially candy.
Tea. I don't eat candy.
Yeah, the same thing. I mean, you go
They
to a
took my
snow
sweet
cone.
tooth, so
Yeah, yeah. You go to a snow cone place, and you're gonna get artificial flavoring for cherry.
yep.
So I mean,
Nothing's real anymore.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
all well, and that's the whole artificial part of it. They took away the controlled side of it. You know, they can control it better if it's artificial flavoring. It's not just
all
you got
natural.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean it. You can go down rabbit holes on almost anything if you ever really truly wanted to, and it's just we choose to pick our own battles, but half the time we're gonna lose.
Yeah, that's no shit.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's things that are always debatable for anything along the line also, and it's just I've learned, always just pick the battle that you're willing to either a be good at winning or be really bad at losing. Right
That's
down
a
the
hell of
middle.
a motto.
Right down the
Right there in
middle.
the middle. Just thread the line, baby. Thread the line.
Don't shoot, just the messenger. No, I'm not. Here you go. Yeah.
Well, I think this is a good point to wrap up here. I got a daughter that is just dying to stay up 30 minutes past her bedtime with.
Oh yeah. Well,
I think it's been a good episode here, and
yeah, actually, we're hitting on the meter 1 hour and 27 minutes. So if you add the 10 minutes that we missed the first part, uh,
we're over.
we're over.
Well, I appreciate you being here. I
Yeah,
appreciate
next time I
everybody
won't wear
that
black next time because I keep fading in and out. You just see the
just
headless.
use your flowers, man. That's what I had to do. My
I think
background wasn't working.
I think I'll kick on the ceiling fan next time to get a little extra light in here. That's what I was trying to do
Okay.
with this. I was trying to flip my lights to try to get to a different color to see if that was going to help, and nope. For
I
some
had to tone
reason,
down mine.
yeah. So it just tonight was just not a good lighting night. Well, I stopped using the video broadcast because it was like sucking up every bit of bandwidth on my computer. My fans are going completely crazy, and there's no reason for I'm not playing a game. There's no reason for it. So I'm using everything in Discord and everything else. So I think I just need more higher lighting coming from above on it. So I think it can't determine where the block ends and everything. Because can you see me now?
Look at you! Look at you go!
So yeah,
Oh man,
we'll work on it by the time next week because I know that we will have one next week. If it's not Sunday, it'll be Monday, like we're doing tonight.
yeah.
Depends on how crazy the weekend gets.
I'd love to have one on Sunday. Like I said, I want to get Lip in here, and I want to get Hunter in here as well. And Sunday seemed to work out best for them. I'm not doing an extra late show on Saturday, having them
No.
all tuckered in, unless I just want to give them shit for it. But I think that's for later down the road. We're still going through our test phases here.
Oh yeah. It'll be
You know,
we'll have to figure out what works, what doesn't work. It's like I think 8:30 is a good start time Eastern for us because we're gonna be fashionably late, so it'll probably be closer to 9.
well, we're gonna work out these kinks here. It's kind of important to us to get on a scheduled contract too,
Yeah.
with our viewers. It also helps try to kind of clear our schedule. I'm bad at it myself, but here soon we're going to get figured out. We're still probably going to be fashionably late. I think that's going to be a new thing that we're going to have on our show that's mandatory, along with giving BB shit, which
Yep.
I love.
And if YouTube keeps up their bullshit, we'll always have to be late because, oh, you got a bug here. It's like, oh, well, we thought we were streaming. Nope. Yeah, here you go. It's like, well, shit.
Well, we'll see about switching over platforms, maybe doing both, but that's in the future here. Yeah, no, I think it's been overall a pretty good conversation. We had BB kind of rate us to try to get back at the squad. Doing it to him though. Here
yeah.
soon we're gonna have to do it back because we're always gonna have to have one up for him.
Yep,
but
that is true.
thank you guys again. Everybody that commented, everybody that's going to view it, we appreciate you guys' support. I'm Timmy.
I'm Steve/Decoy.
Love to have you guys, and we'll see you next time.
Yep, catch you on the next one.
Timmy's voice echo dark memories. Two drunks stumble, lost their way. The squad sitting in the aftermath haze. Truth ain't kind, we all gotta pay. Microphone spitting out lies to see. The laughter masks all that pain. Timmy's eyes showing the heat. Burning bridges all in vain. After the light dies, there's nowhere to hide. Echoes of the past on every side. Truth spills raw, cutting deep wide. Timmy's haunted by what he can't confide. The squad's faces all turned to stone. Two drunks drown in a lifeless sea. Every word etched in his bones. Their stories twist in reality. Moments of glory now shrouded in grime. Podcast shadows cling tight, refuse to let go. Faded memories tangled in time. Timmy's truth, a bitter afterglow. After the light dies, there's nowhere to hide. Echoes of the past on every side. Truth spills raw, cutting deep wide. Timmy's haunted by what he can't confide. The squad's faces all turned to stone. Two drunks drown in a lifeless sea. Every word etched in his bones. Their stories twist in reality.